I like the viewpoint. I like the perspective of like that says that there's nothing you can do about modernity. There's nothing that you really can do anything about modernity. You can try to do something about it. Try to speak up. Try to talk to a normie, and they'll dismiss you as a lunatic fringe, chud. The other side will say that you're probably not going hard enough, and I don't really want to go like oh, you have a job. Oh, you have a job. You work. You're wagey. You're wage cock, or you're wage slave. It's like, I don't care. I've got a job. I've got a job, and you don't. Like, you're a miserable fuck on the internet complaining about fictional characters, and complaining about stuff that doesn't really matter. Yeah, you complain about like media. You're complaining about like media that you don't like because it's way too political. It's way too this. It's way too that. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitchy. I'm a bitch ass nigga because I can't stand politics in my media. I'm a zoomer. It's like it's like says all that to me. It's like you blame everything. You blame the world for all your problems. Everybody hates me because because I'm ugly. It's like, no, it's because you have a shit ass personality, and you play victim. You play the whole victim card. And that's the reason why I usually try to stay away from a lot of like the Chud content, and I try to stay away from all that the doomer content, because it just doesn't do anything for my mood. It's nihilism. It's garbage. And neither should anyone really be consuming that kind of content. It's like Adam Savage from Mythbusters said it best. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Because in actual magic practice, in actual occultic magical practice, that is what really matters. This is them talking about the excavation of the Lewis and Clark Trail. I thought I'd show you that. Every so often I'll walk through this park, and it's such a nice day to do it anyway. It's like, Lolo Peak in the background. I'll walk through here before I go to work. Walk through here maybe after I go to work. Not after I go to work, but after I get off of work. And it's just a really nice day to go for a walk, and I thought, what you need to do is to get out. What you need to do is to get outside and go for a walk. Get outside of Plato's cave. Get outside of Plato's cave, because it's really destroyed. It's brain rotted you. I think I got a little bit into the whole preachy doomer BS. a little bit in like December, and luckily I didn't get banned from a Facebook group that I was a part of. Not Facebook group, but a YouTube group. Not YouTube group. Discord group that I was a part of. That I'm a part of still, but I think for about a month I was just not in it, and I just took the time to reflect on my behavior and this why you're not really going to convince anyone like with walls of text of any truth that you might have. You're not going to convince anyone of the truth doing that, because people will just ignore you, and rightly so. You're a preachy asshole that needs to shut the fuck up and actually come to realize that nobody's going to listen to you. Like, nobody cares about your viewpoints. And the people who do care about your viewpoints are far and few between. So you find those people that are going to listen to you. You talk to those people. You actually talk to those people. It's great when you find those people in real life, because you're just like talking to them. It's like cool. Love that. It's like, yeah. You know. Yeah, I don't normally go this around here in Travelers Rest State Park. I usually go through the bridge, go through the main entrance, and I go on the bridge. Yeah, the bridge is the kind of trail is much shorter, and it's usually what I do. But since I don't have to work, I can walk around here and show off some more of the trail. You know, and this is cool. It's talking about the journey home and their journey. Yeah. The visitor center is over here. For years I didn't go through. I would go through the other parts of the place, because I just go through the other parts. And yeah, this is kind of fun. It's a lot more fun than just staying all in your room all the time, and you're in Plato's cave while you scoff at normies. You're so obsessed with your phones. Yeah, you're on the computer all day, consuming content that actually feeds your ego, feeds this persona non grata thing called Bob, Sue, Larry. And it actually is Saturnic. You look at a Saturn box, which is your computer screen, which isn't really any different from the Saturn box that you carry around in your pocket. And you don't realize that that's actually forming your mind. That's forming your mind and forming your viewpoints. So, you know, while you scoff at normies for like consuming woke content, what's the content you're consuming? The anti-woke content. Oh yeah, people bitching about like fictional characters. Wait a minute, can't say that. People bitching about fictional characters and how the characters aren't attractive anymore. It's like I wouldn't You know, it's like you complain about that kind of stuff, yet, and all you do is negative. You're negative Nancy. You complain all the time about crap. You complain all the time, and like the woke, you probably don't even have a job. Like the funny thing about you guys, unlike is that you don't have a job. Unlike them, whereas with the woke, they don't want to support capitalism, but they're sure fine living in a capitalist society, leeching off of people, and you're no different. Except you say you don't want to support the elites. No, it's just you want to be a lazy ass motherfucker that doesn't contribute to society. You know, you can actually be a traditional man in a fallen world. You can be a man of greatness in a fallen world. Because the world is fallen doesn't bar you from that. That's one of the reasons why I like Julius Evola, because Julius Evola says you can be a traditionalist in a fallen world. You can be a man that picks himself up and aspires to greatness, even though the world tries every bit as much to pull you down. Like crabs in a bucket. Like you can get a job at like McDonald's, folks, and also get the things that you want, buy the things that you need. You can work at a gas station. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but you can do that. Even though Town Pump is garbage. I know people who've worked at Town Pump. The beautiful thing about Kali Yuga is that it doesn't bar spiritual development, even though it is the most spiritually depraved age. Look, I have to let this sit for a while. Let my 7-Up sit for a while. Luckily it didn't burst. That would just tick me off. But the Kali Yuga, unlike the other ages, is the best age to live in, because there's a tremendous amount of spiritual development that can be had in the Kali Yuga. Yeah, there's a tremendous amount of spiritual growth that can be had in the Kali Yuga, and so many people are just like, oh, this is a fallen age, woo boo, I'm gonna be a doomer, I'm gonna embrace the doom, the nihilism, the cope. It's like, no. Why would you do that? Why would you embrace the copium? It's not good for you. It's actually bad for you. Like, it's like you want to be, everything doesn't look great. I'm an excess man. I'm ugly. I'm a sub-5 male. Like, you listen to, what does that all do to you? What does all that stuff that you constantly tell yourself, that you constantly talk about do? It forms a reality. As I said, that kind of stuff forms a reality. It perpetuates the cycle of becoming. The cycle of becoming, which is really funny. A lot of these people, it's a way of, like, for a lot of these content creators that say this stuff, they may talk about truth, but also a lot of the content creators, a lot of these doomer content, even some of them are just perpetuating like mindsets that are going to screw you over even more. Because as I said, it feeds into your already existing mindset that you have to begin with. And it is already creating negative self loops that are just going to destroy you in the end. That's why I don't really care for a lot of the doomer content that you see all the time online with all these content creators that want to. A lot of it's just making money. A lot of it's money making. And a lot of it is just to make money off of you and make buck. It's not really to help you. And besides just listening to especially on nothing but that content all the time, that's even more troubling. Is that the fact that that's all the only content that people will consume? Only continuously produces these negative tendencies in you, produces like the negativity in you. Like, why would you constantly expose yourself to negativity? Like, negativity is natural. You need negativity, but you need equilibrium more than if anything, because equilibrium keeps you in equanimity with everything. It actually keeps you balanced. And, that's the problem with a lot of these anti-woke content creators. That a lot of these anti-woke, not anti-woke, with not just them, but also the Chud content creators, the doomer content creators, that they just say things that reinforce your already existing paradigm. The thing that you're trying to get away from, that you want to get away from it. Well, that's what you tell yourself, but you really don't. Because you continuously consume this content. So it's somehow feeding your negative reinforcement. You want to have your negative reinforcement fed. So it's like you want to be I know you don't want to be in that paradigm, because you complain about it all the time on the internet, and you complain about it all the time, and you're like, and it's like, and it bothers you. Like you can basically, you can lie to yourself and say, and cope and say it doesn't bother me at all that I'm this sub-5 male on the internet, this incel, even incel, and I feel like the media just makes that problem even made. I feel like the media made that problem even harder to deal with, because they vilified incels back in 2015 to like 2020, and it's like that just like that kind of made the problem even harder to deal with, because it's just because of your shitty personality. And it's so much more than person's shitty personality. It's like, it's, oh, these are bad people, but I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person, but those incels are bad people. But I'm not. It's like, I'm not a flawed human being. I don't have personality problems. Hey, bro, everybody's got personality problems. Everyone's got personality problems. And so many people are just silly about it. So many people are just silly about it, and they act as if their life, they act as if they're better than everyone else. I know I'm not better than everyone else. I know that I'm probably not the most knowledgeable guy when it comes to the things that I talk about. In fact, I have like very basic knowledge as opposed to other people who have like intimate knowledge of this stuff. Like Philosophy Cat, for instance, probably has more knowledge about this stuff than I do. And I have only but a fraction of knowledge. But what I do know, that I know enough to know that I'm grateful that there is a solution to the doomer pill. That I can be an exceptional man. I can be a man who excels towards excellence, even if the world has fallen. Even if we are living in an age that's fallen, I can be more than what I am. I don't have to accept the narrative that there's nothing that I can do. While everyone else is complaining about degeneracy, while everyone is complaining about degeneracy in this fallen age, why not instead deal with like the degeneracy in your own life? Because that is actually the best thing that man can do in his life, is deal with the things which are within his control. And stop pretending that they're not in his control.